I want to just thank Prophet Bongani for taking the time to set aside for us to be able to do this class, this prophetic class. It was an awesome class. And I learned a lot of things of, how to treat people, like with love and with compassion and understanding, and not to speak so quickly, just anything that comes to your mind, like watch our words, because our words carry power, and they can destroy as well as they can build up and encourage. There was just so much in this class that I can't even begin to tell you what it's done in my life. These are just like seeds, Bongani, that you've planted in our lives, and that will always remain in there. And it's just like, I see, like, it's just like one building on another. It's like a building, and each person that adds to that building in a person's life, it causes them to grow. And just like a seed planted in the ground, every seed that you plant and water, somebody comes along and waters it. One, puts it out in the sun and it grows. And I'm a gardener, so I understand these terms. But I just want to thank you for everything that you've done for us, and that your work that you have done will lead up to eternal life, so to speak. None of these words will fall to the ground that have been spoken, and the prayers that you prayed over us have been powerful and anointed, servant of God. And I just, I appreciate the prophetic and what it does. We need the prophetic. Without it, we have no power, and without the power, we absolutely have absolutely nothing. So, this just brings me to my testimony that I had. I had a very hard time sleeping for 6 months, and I don't know what the problem was, but I just could not sleep. I couldn't relax. Even I tried so hard. I prayed. I loosed stuff from my soul. I loosed everything from my soul that I thought that was in there, and I bound the good stuff to my soul, and I just couldn't. I was becoming so discouraged to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. And I just said, God, just take me. And I just couldn't see beyond it. And that time I had seen Prophet Bongani. I didn't know him at all. And I had happened to see something flash across Facebook. And I don't even remember what it was about. But I don't know if I had said, like, would you just please pray for me? I haven't slept for 6 months or for whatever. And I haven't been able to dream. I know I mentioned the dream part of it, that I have not been able to dream for like a long time. And just, I just felt like I would just lay there all night. Like literally lay there. So anyways, I just felt this, like, I just wanted to commit suicide. I just felt like so suicidal. I just felt like this wasn't going. I felt like my prayers weren't doing anything. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, I didn't know, even at that night, I was feeling just so, and at that time, God is so right on time. And I laid down on my bed and I called my husband. I said, would you just please, you got to pray for me. You have to pray for me. And I was just crying. I was just bawling. And I said, I just feel like I can't go on, And right at that second, my husband was praying. And I know he was praying through the Spirit, because I could feel it. All of a sudden, I heard this ding on my phone. And the least person that I would have thought was texting me, and it was Bongani. And he said, I got your message. And he said, you're going through this. The enemy knows that, you're going through warfare, and he knows his time is coming. And so I immediately knew that was God reaching out to me through him, because he didn't know me from Adam, and that was the beginning of this prophetic venture. But I just want to say that when I started the prophetic class, I was still having problems sleeping. But as I started declaring, and Bongani prayed for us all the time, there was a couple of us that struggled with prayer, and he mentioned it. You'll have sweet sleep. You'll have sweet sleep. And I started declaring it, and even to this day, I'm sleeping way better than I have, and I am dreaming. I still have some odd times where I don't sleep, but I feel refreshed. I feel good, and that's my testimony. I thank God for the power of prayer, and for servants of God that hear his voice and speak his word. They're very powerful and anointed words. And I just want to thank you, Bongani, for spending your time with us. And